Hi everyone, good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, wherever you are. I'm Siris Raquel Rivas-Verdejo, and I wanted to do this video because people ask me all the time, how is it that I'm using all these energetic tools? Why do I do these energetic tools? And I was formally trained as a speech language pathologist, a learning behavioral specialist, a feeding therapist. This is a lot of science, there's a lot of research, there's a lot of evidence in all of the fields that I have been doing for almost 20 years now. And for me, one, there's no conflict between these two things. And on top of that, I think that it's actually essential for us to use the energetic tools for multiple reasons. And I'm going to give you three of them today, but there's way more than these three. These are just the biggest ones that I'd like for you to walk away with and consider. So, as you know, I'm a speech language pathologist, so there's a lot of tools that I have been trained on to use to improve people's communication, the nonverbal communication, the verbal communication, how they understand communication, how they use words and grammar to express themselves, how they use body distance and these different tone, these different nonverbal or metalinguistic concepts to improve how they connect, how they demonstrate what they know. And with that, I have also learned over the years that is super essential for our communication to be aware of and be present with the energetic. Now, how many of you have gone into a space and immediately you're aware that something's different? It's not necessarily wrong, just something's different than maybe you were anticipating. And what if you could know that you know that that is something that is information coming to you, and with practice, perhaps have some words that come to it while not waiting for the words. That's one of the things that happens when you enter an interaction with anyone, when you enter a space, a dynamic with anyone. There are some times where you get information even before you are in face-to-face with that person. And what if you could actually receive that information and use it to your advantage to have it be a more effective engagement with them, for you to be able to build rapport, for you to be able to facilitate more trust with them and them with you? There's a lot of things that start to happen that I learned when I was working in different public schools, different developmental spaces, daycares, in homes all over Chicagoland area, while I was going and covering maternity leaves in Georgia, and now I'm in North Carolina. When I am interacting with anyone, be it in person or online, I start getting information about the person and about that possible interaction. And I say possible very intentionally because it can shift as I choose things and as that person chooses things, or people choose things, that start to shape shift what we can create together. So when I would go and I would knock on the door to my homes when I was providing early intervention services in Chicago, even before I entered the home, I was already like, oh, there's more people here today. Or, oh, somebody is upset. Or, oh, they're probably finishing up an activity. Maybe it's a meal. Oh, wow, there's some people that might be leaving. I need to step away. So there was this thing that I would get, and this is, again, took practice for me to pick up on this, that really helped me have my mindset in the best possible way for me to be more effective when I was going to provide the speech and language services or the feeding therapy to the children that were in that home. What if we could have that all the time? What if we could be willing to receive this information from these energetics more and very clearly so that we can communicate more effectively? But then on top of that, to get to my number two reason why it's important to get into and use these energetic tools, is it also creates clarity. It builds confidence. So how many of you as parents, as educators, as professionals would like to be more clear on, hey, I'm on the right track. This is what's actually going to work. This is what's actually going to create more. When you have a presence and you have a collaboration, a partnership with your body and with your inner knowing, you have that. You build this confidence of, wow, I knew that ahead of time energetically before there was this physical evidence, before this was this concrete information from somebody else validating it. I have an internal validation system that I can tap into that will allow me to illuminate all the possibilities and know which one of them will probably create more versus the ones that if I waste my time and energy on that, if I put all this work and effort on it, it's just going to end up being frustrating for me, for them, for both. So what if you could actually use your awareness of energy, use your awareness of bodies, use your awareness of all the things that are unseen in the world to build up your confidence? And I think that this is especially important, and this is one of my own personal missions, is especially important to have these tools provided to the children of the world. The earlier we can get students and children, even infants, that they can be aware of the energetics, that we can validate their inner knowing, that they can tap into what they really know, what's going to work for them, what's not going to work for them. Think about the world that would create. That's the world that I would like to live in. Like, would we have as many bullies? Would we have as much depression and mental health issues? Would we have so many people that are feeling hopeless and don't really have a purpose right now? Would we have so many people who are in conflict and confrontation that are going want us or them and creating a lot of separation? Would we have, gosh, there's so many things that this sheds a light on for me when I think about this, for me when I work with families and individuals around using these energetic tools in addition to all of the tools that I've learned over the 20 years or so that I've been working with children and families. Like, it's not one or the other. Let's use everything that works, everything that is available to us, all the energies, all of the tools that are available to us to have increased progress and results. And that's the other thing, that is the third reason why I think it's super important to use energetic tools. The energy, if we don't address the energy of things, there's sometimes stuff that's sticky and crispy and crunchy and slow and sluggish that we don't have words for, but we're aware of it. And if we can clear it, if we can move it, if we can dissipate it, we can actually have faster results in what we're trying to have somebody learn, what we're trying to empower somebody with, what we're trying to move ourselves through a lot easier. We can acknowledge, oh, I'm aware of something here, and then we can use these different tools to clear it, to move it, to reshape it, to transmute it into something else that can empower us and those around us. So if you would like faster results, if you'd like to not be quite so stuck so long and get out of the stuck moments, because we all have those stuck moments, we all have those moments where things come up and we're like, ugh. And we can move through that and actually create a different possibility for ourselves, create a different future for ourselves by using these energetic tools. So that is why, for me, 3 reasons as to why it's super essential if you're a parent, if you're an educator, if you're a professional, if you're someone that's supporting and caring or raising somebody, it is so important for you to be aware of what you know and acknowledge the energetics of the situations that you are navigating, and also for you to empower yourself with tools so that you can go from being uncertain about things and unclear to being certain and having way more clarity. Okay? So if you have any questions about this, let me know, but hopefully that answers your question. Somebody sent in this question to me, and now that I am back and doing more videos again, I'm open to any and all of your questions, and I'll try to do some quick videos to summarize my thoughts on that. But let me know what comes up for you. Let me know where you all are already using some of these energetic tools and how has that affected your communication, your connection, and your ability to progress through and reach your targets and your aims. All right, until next time, bye for now.